Hi, I'm Penny Gomez, and welcome to Pop, Penny on Point with profiles on persons of interest. I'm coming to you today from a lovely home in Santa Cruz. In case by now you don't know, this is a show where we get to know some of your favorite local personalities so much better. And we don't leave you out of the action. That's right. We leave clues for you on our Facebook page. And one lucky person, or maybe two or three, they walk away with prizes if they guess who the guest coming on the show is really that person. So I hope you're ready because I hear a doorbell. Let's go. Let's see if you guessed correctly. Ready for this? It's His Worship, the Mayor of Port of Spain, Joel Martinez. Welcome to Pop.
Thank you for having me, Penny.
Now, if you guess correctly, remember that there's a prize with your name in it just waiting to be collected. Should we get to pop in?
Certainly.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm thrilled to have His Worship, the Mayor of Port of Spain, Alderman Joel Martinez, with me on Pop today to talk about what's going on in the city.
Thank you very much for having me, Penny, on point.
Yes, and it was important because we did San Fernando. I don't know if you saw any of our earlier shows, and saving Port of Spain, for a later show, because I know that we needed to have Carnival and a few things happening. You would have been very busy, but thank you for making the time.
Well, I'm delighted to be on the show. And Port of Spain is going through a stage of revitalization at this point in time, as you would have heard our Prime Minister speak on it at various occasions. So all the work that is taking place inside of there, like your meeting with UDCOT and the ministries, because a lot of times these organizations function in silos. So what we're trying to do is to really pull everything together by having a committee and having various stakeholders within that process to be able to get the revitalization process going as quick as possible.
Now, Mayor Martinez, and I know that has been documented, certainly publicly. So this is not that kind of show.
Fine.
This is a show where we get to know our favorite personalities a little bit different. So we want to get into, who is really Joel Martinez. You're a businessman. Every time I pull up your bio, that's one of the first things that they say. Businessman, Joel Martinez is now the mayor of Port of Spain. Do you think that has given you an advantage?
Well, yes, to some extent, because the type of business that I am in, strangely enough, I work for a company called Sagicor.
Yes.
And I've been there for over 25 years. And prior to that, I worked for another insurance company called Crown Life. And prior to that, I was in the shipping industry at Melville Shipping, which was a Marcy company.
Yeah.
So I have had, I've been working practically all my life, And when I got married in 1990, my wife and I started a little business called Craft Creators, which now operates in West Mall. We did have another branch in Trin City Mall, but due to COVID, that went by the wayside to some extent.
And that's one of my favorite stores, by the way. I go there to get everything for Christmas. Yeah. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. How do you balance? Because I'm sure that in itself, it's a full-time job, just being the mayor of, the capital. And how are you managing that and still managing to keep, your other day job?
Well, it's a lot of work.
Yes.
But it keeps me out of trouble to some extent because the thing about it is that I've always been accustomed to working on multiple things at a time. And because obviously you have bills to pay and you want to be able to give your children an opportunity to do things that you didn't get a chance to do. Or in terms of studies, I don't have a university education, but I made it a point that when I got married and I had children, I was going to give them that opportunity.
Yes.
Because I sense that what is happening in the world gives them a better advantage to function within what's happening in the world today. So it's that sense of wanting to give them that security that allowed me to work very hard.
So let's talk a bit about family because, it comes to my mind where I saw someone, again, a public figure, who is now out of office, and really thanking his family for having put up with him
Yes.
and allowing him to have the opportunity.
Yeah.
How important is family support to you doing what you do?
Well, that's the drive. The drive and purpose and passion comes really from wanting to ensure that your family feels good about what you do, and also to be able to have that commitment and the consistency to be able to work with the passion and the drive that carries you through or whatever you're dealing with as such. And public life has really helped me to feel a sense of greater security. It also gives me a chance to connect with a lot of people that I didn't connect with before, and and really and truly, it's about giving back to your community.
Yes.
And a lot of those things, a lot of people do talk about it, but they never get the opportunity to do so. So public life, and especially in the local government realm, it's where you really connect with people and communities to allow you to be able to do something. Because if you are not there doing it, or you're not, or you do it lackluster, the community suffers at the end of the day.
Yes, they do.
And the thing about it is that people, there are people at different stages in their life that don't see things as well as you may see it from the vantage point that you are at. So what happens is you being able to help through leadership, direct, develop vision so that people can have a better understanding of how their communities can grow. And then you travel and you see how other places in the world function, who are a lot more, there's a lot more experience, they have a lot more years of development than we do. But I will say, Trinidad for a very short time has done a lot of great things and have worked very hard to develop the people.
And speaking about great things, what are you most proud of, when you, sit back and you think about it? And you've been the mayor of Port of Spain since 2016.
That's correct.
And we're in your last year. So when you look back at it, what do you think you're going to be most proud of?
Well, first of all, when I became the mayor in 2016, and I was asked by the media, what is your vision for the city of Port of Spain?
And I remember it. I researched it.
I actually thought to myself, my God, what would be my vision? I had to some extent, I didn't have any idea as to what the city would have required.
But give me the top two, the top two.
One of the things that I always felt is that if I can leave here in a better place than I met it, which is usually what a public figure will want, right, would be to ensure that the people are better off today than they were yesterday. And by doing that, you don't just connect with people, but you find out what the city needs. And there's so much that can be done because we have so much opportunity for growth.
Right.
And one of the things that I always felt is that we are a city of festivals. We are known around the world for our carnival, our culture, our art, and we have such an abundance of it. Yet still, it's still in its raw form in a lot of things. And you walk around the city of Port of Spain and you don't see our heroes or statues of our heroes or our characters as such.
So these one or two things is something still to come then, is what you're trying to tell me?
It's something that I'm passionate about, because I would like, if visitors come to our country, they can see what we have produced and what we have given the world. The other thing about it is that our people need to be able to see that, to be able to say, well, look, you know what? This is ours. This is us. This is where we came from.
And what is the output therefore? What is the one thing?
The one thing would be to maybe help with, one of the Carnival Museum, but also to, like, the UNESCO City of Music designation gives me that sort of impetus to be able to create what you call a music quarter, or in other words, a walk of fame.
Right.
Whereas you can honor your icons, or even the fact where we have ambient music on the promenade. You could imagine that if you have ambient music on the Brian Lara promenade, and on a morning at a particular time, the national anthem is played while the flag is going up, and people can stop and just for that moment have that sense of pride while we are hoisting the flag. And we can do that every day, and maybe use the mountain branch from the police and create a parade.
That spectacle. You go to Buckingham Palace to see the changing of the guard. I am with you on that. Yes, it's true. It's true. Well, you know what? There's still a lot more to see now that you're talking about that on Pop. And this is where we put you in the spotlight. I know that you're trying to put the city in the spotlight, but today we are putting you in the spotlight.
Oh, okay.
And it starts with your very first surprise after our break. Stay tuned. More coming your way on Pop. Back from break, and we are with His Worship, the Mayor of Port of Spain, Alderman Joel Martinez, and he's telling us about his vision, and he has a few more months to make sure that vision is actually going to become a reality. There was one other thing that you wanted.
Yes, one of the things that I would like to see is that our parks and squares that we have beautiful parks and squares within the city.
We do, yeah.
But our people don't use them, and they're probably well maintained at this point in time. They're clean. Our washrooms are in better shape, although we still have some work to do, because I always have a passion about washrooms because we have a lot of women folk within our society, and we would like them to come and bring children to the parks and squares so that they can enjoy it. And we have that. And if you want to include people into a community and you want them to walk outside and enjoy, because we have sun and sand and sea and beautiful breeze and everything, yet still, we don't walk. So if you can create that walkability within the city, and we utilize where you go away and you see people in
on a board walking,
having picnics or enjoying the beautiful fauna and flora. It's so nice when we have such beautiful green parks and squares that are really exciting when you think about it, and you can relax in the middle of the day.
Of course, and I agree with you. I'm certainly looking forward to that. And I hope that you're looking forward to the guest, your surprise guest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I a surprise guest.
I always love it when people are just anticipating, who on earth are you going to pair me with? Well, you don't have very long to wait.
Okay.
You don't.
Well, you have my heart beating faster now.
No, don't worry. It's a good surprise. It's a good surprise because joining us today is Member of Parliament for Laventille East Morvant, Adrian Leonce.
Hey.
Welcome. And looking sharp.
Brother.
Listen, I have to say, right, you know what I love? This whole mask situation, I'm seeing all our public figures having their shirts and their dresses, matching masks and so on. Yeah, looking hot. Thank you for joining us, MP Leonce. Thank you so very much. We wanted to make it a Port of Spain centric kind of show, so we could not have, MP Leonce, not do Port of Spain and not have him here when it's Laventille East and Morvant.
Well, I had a serious face before. Now I have a smiley face.
The anticipation.
Yes.
Let me ask you, because you are the MP for that particular area, and of course this is the mayor of Port of Spain. Do you all have a chance to meet often and to talk about things related to the city?
Well, I know currently there's a ongoing program that is doing with Miss Messiah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also involved in that with respect to solving some issues within Port of Spain, solving the flooding, solving these things. So there are a number of things that affect the city and affect what is outside of the city. So there are some level of collaboration.
Right. Okay, so I was telling Mayor Martinez when he came on, I said this is the kind of show where we're already aware of what your public personas are. So we're not trying to, get into that space at all. We really want to know the men behind the public persona. Who are the real people behind, these faces that they present to us? So I'm looking forward to that because I know that you're a fairly young politician. and this is your second term as an MP for this area. This politics has a lot of, confusion, bacchanalia. Why are you, still in this?
Service is the greatest expression of love. And we came to do service. So everyone that I work with or who works with me, they first have to see themselves as giving service.
Yeah.
We giving back. We grew up saying the pledge. I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of my God and my country, and you're the honor.
Do you know the full pledge?
Yeah, I know.
I'll put you on the spot. Mayor Martinez, don't put you on the spot,
Don't put me
right?
on the spot.
and these are the things that we need to see seriously as persons who are patriotic.
Yeah.
And what is our contribution to giving back? And I have been blessed to be born in this beautiful Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm blessed to grow up in the community of Morvant and Laventille, and I am more blessed to be able to come back to give back service.
Let me ask you this, because I know that, obviously you represent an area that is very much associated with crime. And I know that has been one of certainly your pillars for your time where, you were determined to make sure to rid the city of crime. Does it bother you when people sort of, there's that whole stigmatization of that particular area?
Well, the stigma is there and it's real, and we cannot ignore it, and we also have to identify the reasons for the stigma. So what I do, I try to build campaigns to remove the stigma. Mm-hmm. So I try to promote the positive that happens in the community. There's a lot of good things going on in the community. There are a lot of good people that represent not just the community, but the country on a whole.
Oh, yeah.
And these things are sometimes shelved and put aside, and we look to promote the few negative things. So I try to run a campaign basically to promote the positive things within the community. And as time go by, we would move away from stigma. Stigma and change is always something that takes a period of time to overcome.
Yeah. Did you know that, MP Leonce is also a businessman? Mechanical engineering by profession.
Yeah. Oh,
and there's is there still a consulting company that you do?
Company still
Yes,
runs
correct.
business,
Businessman sitting here
Right.
together
Look at
with
that,
me.
yes.
Yeah.
We are in the business of business.
Yes.
Now, gentlemen, you know that it is always something that irks a lot of us, that, I understand the need for it. But when your car gets wrecked or towed, in the city, and I can see Mayor Martinez, his eyes. But I know, of course, we have to be responsible. But we just thought we would play around with this a bit. We normally do a segment called Pop or Flop, but this time we thought we would do something called Wreck It or Drive It.
Okay. Wreck it or drive it.
Just to play, to have some fun with it. So we prepared a series of images for you. It's going to come on the screen, and you just tell us, would you wreck it? Would you tow it, wreck it, or would you drive it?
Okay.
So we're just going to ask you about that.
Okay.
So here we go. Gentlemen, what do you think about this one? I know what I think.
I don't know if I'll be able to drive it.
You're looking, you have to have special skills to drive that vehicle, right?
You need to have some computer
skills. It should be computer engineering rather than mechanical.
It's a hybrid, and it looks like a hybrid.
Yes.
So it's a car modern.
So that's a yes. Wreck.
I would say drive it.
Drive it. Okay, let's move on. What about this?
Oh no, wreck it.
No.
Yeah, no.
You're not.
I wouldn't. In a red shoe, Penny. No.
I would just so drive that just for the
I could
spectacle.
see you doing that.
Mayor Martinez, I could see you zipping around the city.
Not at all.
Not at all. Okay.
I would do it as a demonstration and have some fun,
Okay.
But it doesn't look that practical.
It doesn't look practical.
So I'd wreck it.
All right. Okay, so that's straight to the tow round. What about this one?
I'll definitely drive
Drive that.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. That speaks
That's a
power.
driver, yes.
Yeah, that's a heavy hitter.
That's a mean machine.
A mean machine. Okay, let's move to the next one.
Oh, no. Correct
You
that.
never have to think about smiling. People know when you're coming, you're pleasant all the time.
And definitely.
I
not
could
drive
see
that.
this as no.
No, I wouldn't.
No?
You can imagine somebody telling you that you didn't brush your teeth today.
But look at those teeth are pearly white.
Because the car is dirty.
Oh, right. Good comeback there. What about this?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, this is
for
nice,
sure.
yeah.
I would drive
I would
that.
drive it.
You wouldn't physically taking off.
The thing about it is that you may not even have to drive it. You may just have to give it instruction.
Yes, it looks like that.
Yeah, it looks like that in truth.
That's really futuristic.
Oh, I'll drive that.
Yes.
I would so drive this.
Yeah.
This would be my Sunday car.
It looks like it was in Cuba.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
nice,
yeah,
nice,
yeah. It looks like a modern Cuban type of,
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah,
those-
modern auntie.
those vintage cars that they have.
With a modern twist.
Yes.
Yes.
like that.
The shoe.
No.
Not at all.
No.
No.
You would not be the man who lived in the shoe.
No, shoes need to be, you need to walk.
They need to walk on
not
shoes,
drive.
not drive. This is so cool.
You drive the shoe.
Yeah, I would drive the shoe.
Yeah, well, you'll get a lot of spectators.
Now this is a keeper.
Well,
The phone car.
I wouldn't drive it, but I'll probably put it somewhere.
Somewhere where nobody can
But
see it.
it should have been a dial phone though.
No, you can imagine a police officer
Rotary
stops
phone.
you
Yeah.
and he says that you're on your phone.
Good one. Why are you on your phone?
Oh, this is nice.
Oh, this is sexy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is sexy.
Yeah, drive it definitely.
Not at all.
A his and hers.
You'll have to take off the wig.
Yeah.
No, a his and hers.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even have his and hers. 6.
I like this. This
This
is
is
nice.
nice.
Yeah, I'll drive that.
So is it that you two men are not adventurous? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I'm very
No,
adventurous,
that-
but not with these red shoes.
Not with the red shoes.
The car itself, when you're driving it, there will be an element of adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just you don't want it to be too comical when you're taking that adventure.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's Wreck It or Drive It. So you now have your
so then
perspectives.
in terms of the shoe, would I take my car to a shoemaker when it's
mechanic.
damaged or a mechanic?
You know what? That sounds like
may
a
have to
question
go
for the producer who put this together. So I'll probably have to ask her about it.
Exactly.
But gentlemen, thank you for playing your good sports. And I didn't realize that you were, so humorous.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's certainly something. Now, I did ask Mayor Martinez what's
Keeps me out of stress.
what's one of his proudest moments as he looks towards the last year of being mayor of the city of Port of Spain. And can I ask you as well, too, when you look back, when you think about some of the things that you're proud about, just two.
Well, I'm always proud of persons that excel with little assistance. So, sometimes you intervene in certain situations
Yes.
and somebody excels. So there was one young lady who came for assistance with a device and stuff, and she was able to get the second highest, I believe, in her subjects in the whole Caribbean.
We can mention her name so we can give her a shout out.
Well, I don't want to say her name wrong, but I'll check it and I'll
We want to give her a pop out and make sure that she's popping.
So that's one. And
Yes.
the second one is there are a number of young men that came to me saying they wanted to start a business.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one young man in particular who I just guided in terms of helping in terms of what to do and register and stuff. And he owns several vehicles now, and he's doing pretty well. He actually assists me in some of the programs that I try to run and stuff. So those two people stand out in terms of proud moments of little intervention and great impacts.
Yes, and
Yeah.
certainly I could well imagine the level of satisfaction
Yeah.
both of you feel when you see that progression.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're going to see if we are satisfied with your performance in the kitchen when we come back. And guys, you have to stay tuned because we're also going to be testing their knowledge of the city of Port of Spain. We're going to see if you've earned those stripes, gentlemen. Stay tuned. There's more on Pop. back from break on Penny on Point, Pop with Mayor Martinez and with Adrian Leonce, MP for Laventille East Morvant. Gentlemen, this is our kitchen segment, and I have to tell you there have been many mishaps in here because there is a trophy at stake.
Oh.
And some people thought they had it in the bag. They weren't even close to the bag. They weren't even holding the bag. So one of you can walk away with this trophy. Somebody actually accused me of not wanting to get the trophy away recently. That's not the case. So your challenge is this. You have to create a drink using any or all of these ingredients before you. Garnish it, please. Use your shakers. Put it in here. They are, there's a straw on either end. I am going to taste it. And the one that passes the taste test wins the trophy. So you must use, these are the must-use, the Amaretto Sour. This was actually created by El Mundo, who was on our Christmas show. Okay. And we really want you to use as well, you have to use some sort of alcohol in there. That is anything else other than that, fine. And then there's a must-have, what I call the secret ingredient. The secret ingredient for today is a milk chocolate liqueur. So this is the secret ingredient here that you have to use. Okay. I know it looks strange, but hey, have your way with it. Do what you want. Just make sure that it tastes good at the end. So.
And you must add that.
Yes, you must add that. So guys, let's just get you. I know you washed already, but we'll just sanitize anyhow again. Sure. And take it away. I'm going to leave you to do your do, and I'm going to come back and see who's walking away with this trophy.
How much time do we have?
All right, I think we're going to give you all of 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yes, all of 5 minutes.
To prepare a drink.
To prepare a drink.
We must use this, right?
You must use this. You must also use the Amaretto Sour by El Mundo. Yes. All right. Okay.
Cool. Well, me, I'll start with this, right?
Well, you go right ahead. And I will start with this.
All right. Let's see. More. I just use some of this milk chocolate.
This magic ingredient.
Yeah.
And I am going to use it now, but I use El Mundo's
sour.
Sour drink.
I think I'll put this after.
Yeah, you could go right ahead. I will hold this just.
Take some of this good white oak rum.
And let me try this rum.
Then I have at 19.
Use the black label. You go with the white oak.
Gosh, it's looking like I'm doing it strong, boy. Chocolate. See, Angostura. There's orange. Why not just put both in?
Since we're using a milk chocolate, I will try some cocoa bitters.
Yeah.
And that. So let me try this now.
I'll put the original.
And
chocolate. We use a white rum. I'll take a little more. Take a little red rum. Mix it up a little bit.
So maybe some. Let's see what is. Would you pass that?
Sure.
Yes,
you pass the shrubs.
This?
Yeah.
Sour.
Yeah.
Next sour drink?
Yeah, the next sour drink.
Okay, Pine Hill, Bajan Cherry. Look like we're really making a magical cocktail here. I wonder if we'll blow up the place.
I know. As a taster, who take any risk?
Oh, right, yes.
I'll take a little bit of this. Right.
Yeah, they say a little bit of that and a little bit of this.
Right.
Okay.
And then I'll put some ice.
Angostura cocoa bitters.
Can you hope you survive this or no? Serious.
And I'm going to put this in here.
All right. Fancy shaking. I'll shake it so. Oh gosh.
You making a mess?
Yes, yeah. Can you really say it has some messy
Is that generally what you do? Let me show you how to do it. All right. And then
all right, no, you gotta, let me see, boy, let's do this. Of course, look back another year. Of course.
All right, so I poured my drink out into
Think that.
glass. I will garnish it with a little bit of, what is this?
Take this.
Oh, this seems
Grapes.
like it's a sort of a mint. And
Big drama here. Let's make this thing stick now.
and here we go. Now, one of the things that I will do before that is just to get under your skin a little bit, Adrian.
Yeah, you go ahead, man.
Using some of this.
I had to clean. I had to take all this ice.
Give it that. Nice. All right, so here we are.
Hope this thing tastes good, we? And I'm going to clean up.
I'll take another one of these just in case.
Okay, then.
Okay, here we go.
Well, now I know who's messy in the kitchen. Gentlemen, I take it you dine out a lot?
I was watching while I eat.
And
I don't know.
the last task, please give your drink a name. What is it called?
Oh,
Okay,
Must be something related to Port of Spain.
okay. There's a drink that Angostura developed called the Port of Spain Swizzle. I don't know if you know that.
This may not be.
But that may not be
any
it, right?
close, but yes.
Because it has a milk base,
Uh-huh.
and I will call it the Port of Spain wobble. Because when you drink it, you might very well wobble down the street.
There's some more to come on the show. Is this a strategy to get me to be easier and for the rest of the show? I want to taste this now.
oh gosh.
Let me taste this. I think there might be, I think there's another, give it another name besides wobble.
All right.
Come down.
Okay.
Let's
all
go
right.
beyond that because I tell you, that has a kick.
All
Wow.
right,
Okay, then.
So it's a wobble
Stagger.
wobble.
I think I would call it a Port of Spain stagger.
All right,
I
a
like
Port of
it.
Spain stagger.
Okay.
I like that.
Leon.
I'll call it the Woodford mix.
Yeah. That's the thing about the mask.
The
I
Woodford
know.
mix.
Yeah. That is so strong. I need to just, should have had some water. The Woodford mix?
Yeah, the Woodford
And
mix.
what is in it? Because it looks, I have to tell you, there's a little bit on the watery side there.
Well, that's the part, that's all in the plan.
That's
So,
part of
yeah, that's all in the
Oh,
plan.
because to make it look like water, so it's really a
Yes.
lot of white oak in
Yes.
there. And maybe both of you should have called it the stagger. All right, let's try this. Woo! All I can say is, this is white oak after white oak after white oak. That is what that
Let me
is.
just get my hands on the trophy here while you...
No hand. No hand. Why is it so difficult to get somebody to win this segment? This
my gosh,
and this
no.
are practically synonymous. This should just be another flavor of white oak.
I probably just like love white.
Yeah. And this is almost volcanic. So, gentlemen, I don't know, but because I've been accused of not wanting to get the trophy, I think for the kitchen challenge, you're going to have to share this. We are keeping this in Port of Spain, but it's going to be shared. That's the final decision.
Okay.
This goes to the city of Port of Spain.
Spain, no
Yes, for Pop.
Well, I will say full cheers to that.
Yeah, well, you're on your own with that, gentlemen. You're on your own. You should really try it. Make sure to take off your mask. Just lift up your mask before. And see what you've created. And trying to kill people, children with. See what I mean?
This is delicious.
This is great.
You know what?
Perfect.
As my mother used to say, fisherman will never say his fish rotten. This is what we're dealing here with.
Perfecto.
On Pop, guys. We're having fun.
I am hoping that your cameras would have gotten exactly what went into this. And
I think they might have been trying
Because
not to get it.
they will need to do it well.
Yeah.
This needs to be replicated throughout the city of Port of Spain.
Guys, we're having fun. Stay tuned. There's one. Pop, when we come back, how much do they really know about Port of Spain? We'll get to find out right after this. We're back on Pop, and I am giving them a test to see what they really know about the Port of Spain that they love so very much. And to do that, I'm going to play this game called Do Say That with you. Have you heard of that?
No.
You haven't heard of Do Say That? Well, this is good. This is great. Well, then we're going to have fun with you then.
Neither did I hear it.
Well, this is not good, gentlemen, but let's see, though, how well you do with a game of Do Say That. We're going to look at the first one is phrases. You have to guess what the phrase is. It's a local phrase. So you can't say a statement of exactitude, right? So that's what you can't say. But you actually have to tell me what the phrase is. So let me give you some clues. Somebody may tell you, you're minding people business.
You're too fast.
You're too fast. You sure you don't know about this game?
No.
You sure you're not tricking us? Correct. Okay, one
I
so
thought that
far,
was the
one.
example, but
No,
anyhow, go
no,
ahead.
You see, he's getting at me, so you have to catch up. Okay. This phrase, I know for sure what you can't say is an expression of disbelief, frustration, or confusion. You know, when we exclaim, because we're people who gesticulate and we something, you know, when it's too incredible, we will say, "Way!" You know?
Oh boy.
You're close, but not. Think of it more colloquial. More colloquialism there for me.
Oh gosh.
No. Something, no. Think of local parlance. No, nothing but O.
Right. Oh, okay. All
It
right.
begins with P. And we say, yeah, bacchanal is, you know,
Papayoy.
papayo.
Papayoy.
All right. Okay.
So do I have to tell
Yes,
you?
okay.
You need to. Right.
Yeah,
Another phrase. You can't say, used to describe a person's naivete, foolishly rushing into
Dotish.
something.
Sorry.
You see, because this is what happens when you're at the top of the class and you think you could. No.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but
minute,
you're rushing
yes.
into something without considering it fully because you feel that you are you're almost like a newbie. So
I
you
know
figure
it,
that
I
you know. You figure you know, and you just, and because you are a never,
See,
come
come
see.
see.
yeah, okay.
All right.
Okay, that's a tie. You're on the board. You're on the board.
All right. I'm getting there.
You're getting there. Okay, the next one. You can't say it is easy to rekindle old romantic relationships. You
Yes.
can't say that. This is a long time saying.
Old fire.
Oh,
Old fire stick. Quick to catch.
go to the top of the class. Go to the top of the class. Go to the
You
top.
played this game before?
No, I just.
He's just in touch. He's just in touch with local parlance.
Yes.
Okay, for this one, you can't say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Fatter.
So,
But don't kill the fatten.
oh my God.
But yeah,
Okay.
but don't kill the fact.
All right, we are moving on from
Okay.
phrases because he's just.
That's all right.
has
That's
to
okay.
Catch up.
Yes.
Okay, so things is the next category. You can't say callaloo, you can't say leafy, green, or badgy. What is it?
Dashing.
Dasheen what?
Bush.
Dasheen. May I just get a little half a point there? You're right behind. I'm just telling you. Things.
And you know, I cooked callaloo last week.
Yeah. Things. This is a description. An Anansi story is an over-exaggerated account, usually told to impress the listener. What is it called? What in local parlance? What is an Anansi story? What do we call it? Very similar. We call it, you know, the right thing to say it's an Anansi story, but locally we say it's a what kind of story?
Is oh gosh, an Nancy story is like a fake story.
I lost there.
No, what did you say just
Like
now?
a fake story.
No, but what did you call it?
I said something just now.
I feel this one might be hard, so I'll just give you. Instead of saying Anansi, as in the Anansi, we say a Nancy story. So nobody won that
Nancy
one.
story,
Okay,
yeah.
things.
Nancy story.
Sorry.
Okay, so this description is a term used to refer to the umbilical cord. It is a tradition among some parents to bury their babies' navel strings in the yard where they live. It is a Trini forever meh. What we call it? Forever meh. Forever meh what?
Darling, I don't know.
To do with
Umbilical cord?
yes. What do we say? Forever
Navel
meh.
string.
Navel string what?
Throw the, oh, you mean,
Nah.
Bury you with the
Yes,
neighbor
correct.
string. Yes.
Forever my neighbor string buried there. That's what we see.
That's right.
Yes,
I
correct.
get something.
Third of a point. Third places. Okay. This house was built between 1873 and 1876. It was patterned after Victorian-style colonial architecture. It is situated next to the Royal Botanical Gardens.
The presidential.
Yeah.
President's house.
President
I find that you're always slow in the uptake with that. Is it me or were they not slow with this? You were slow with that. Okay, one more places. This particular place is located on a former cane field in Woodbrook, Port of Spain. Many of the, whatever is there right now have been worn away, lost, or vandalized, especially in those where the remaining family, they've not there to...
Cemetery?
Yes,
Cemetery,
correct.
yes.
Okay, well done. Okay, you know what, guys? That's not so bad. It could have been way worse. Way, way worse. Okay, so now we're going to test your skill on Port of Spain centric. We continue now to be getting it, be honing it in there. So this is what we call the Magnificent Seven trivia.
Okay.
So I hope that you all are up to speed on that because, that's the pride and joy of the savannah as we go through there. Right? So I'm going to give you a fact and you match it to the particular Magnificent Seven piece, right? Building. So anyone can answer. This magnificent building was first called Rosenweg, or the Path of Roses. What is the answer?
Whitehall.
Dun, dun, dun. Well done, well done, well done.
What is it?
Whitehall.
Whitehall.
Whitehall, yes, well done. Okay.
Yes.
Well, you're actually very way behind, so not yes, but yes, you're on the leaderboard.
I
Because
get
there's another trophy here, you know how we do things.
Ah.
Yes. This house is the fifth in the order of the Magnificent Seven buildings.
The Millfleur
Da, 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 da.
or the Archbishop's?
Archbishop's house. I feel me. I have a little edge on you there.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
See him creeping up. He's creeping up. Yeah.
Right.
Number 3. This magnificent building called Killarney is also known as
Stolmeyer's Castle.
Stolmeyer's Castle.
Yeah.
Okay, he knows his Magnificent Seven inside out, it would appear, yes. Okay, number 4. This magnificent building was built as a gift to the Port of Spain mayor. You were just waiting for that one.
Enrique Prada by his wife.
That's right, Dr. Enrique Prada. And it's a beautiful building. It really is, yes.
As a matter of fact, right now there is an exhibition going on
There
there.
is, with all the kings. And
Yes.
and I was
The
there
Artists
recently.
Coalition is putting it on. It's very,
Yes.
very nice.
Yes, I have seen it. I've gone there and I've seen a few paintings I would like in my home.
I would like to see more flowers to that building because it's Millfleur.
It's Millefleur. It's Millefleur, yes. Moving on. This magnificent building was first occupied by the Right Reverend John Francis Welch.
That would be
be
the Anglican's
Archbishop.
house. Oh, you mean, sorry, the Archbishop's house.
I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you.
I didn't see. It's not the Archbishop house.
No.
No. Okay.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, it's not
No, it's Hayes Court.
his court. All right.
Hayes
Okay.
Court.
That was
So-
the Anglican's house.
So, yes, so that is wrong for both of you.
All
Okay,
right.
number 6. This building is the only one of the Magnificent Seven to remain as a private residence.
Morgan's home. Oh gosh.
Yeah, but
I know
give me the
name
right
of it.
name. No, yes?
Yes.
You want an extra clue? Can he call somebody? Can I give him a lifeline?
Phone a friend?
Phone a friend?
Oh gosh, I know the name.
It starts with E. Okay.
Yeah, I know the house.
Amber's house or Rumor. Rumor.
Uma, yes.
Right. And number 7, because we have 7 questions in this Magnificent Seven trivia. The Magnificent building, this one, was constructed in 1859 with a proud heritage. Gentlemen. Okay, fine. Yes. I give you a clue there. I said proud.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pride in the QRC, about the QRC men.
right.
Gentlemen, I'm not too sure, if I think that we kind of like balance here at this point. You are great with local parlance.
Adrian was, yeah.
You know your
He beat me there.
Magnificent Seven trivia.
But
So right now we are, I think, tied. We're going neck to neck.
All right.
We need to have a tiebreaker. We're going to do that when we come back from break with another challenge for His Worship the Mayor of Port of Spain and Member of Parliament for Laventille East Morvant, Adrian Leonce. Stay with us. We're back after the break on Pop. Back on Pop, and I'm standing, and our guest, you know what that means? Action is about to take place. So I hope that you're ready for that. Before that, though, gentlemen, I want to find out from you, very quickly, each of you, what are 3 things you think that generally people don't know about Port of Spain and maybe your area?
Well, for Port of Spain and my area, one, that Mover was an area where it had many fruit trees. It was developed from an ACTA bill where they moved persons from the what would have been slum eradication program to develop Mover.
Okay, that's one. Another one.
Another one from there's a place called Never Dirty in my area.
I know Never Dirty.
Yeah,
Yes.
It is named because of a river that used to pass through, and that's why it was named
Okay,
Never Dirty.
Dirty.
Yeah.
Okay. Mayor,
Yes.
2 things we don't know about Port of Spain that you want public to know.
One is the port of Port of Spain was, or where the central business district is today, was all sea. Because if you look at where the lighthouse was,
Yes.
that was all in that was all on water.
Yes.
So all that from Park Street go down
Was water.
was water.
Okay, that is
One time.
that is a good fact to know.
Yes.
Next one.
And the other one is that where Cipriani statue is,
Yes.
there was a fountain there. And then if you go down Broadway, there were trees in the middle.
Oh, so it
They
was
were,
like a boulevard
yes.
lined with trees.
That's right, yes.
Okay.
And there was an arch
And there was an arch.
right on Broadway.
Okay.
And people generally don't know that.
Yes, and I love the history of a great capital city. Gentlemen,
Yes.
I really want to know if you know even more than what you just gave us there. And I'm going to keep it very basic. Very, very basic. This is not even going to be difficult. I want you to name for me 5 parks in Port of Spain.
5 parks in
Yes.
Spain. Woodford Square. The
Da na na na. Trophy at stake.
sorry. Oh gosh.
Da na 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 da da.
Pass.
Pass. Okay.
Okay. So Woodford Square,
Uh-huh.
Lord Harris Square, Memorial Park,
Right.
Adam Smith Square,
Okay.
Seagood Square.
Okay, all right. Okay, you pass the 5. You pass the 5.
Jackson Square.
And
I can put
Jackson
on there.
Square. Okay. All right, let's see if this is any easier. Since he's one, I'm going to start the next question with the mayor. Mayor, I want you to name 5 malls in downtown Port of Spain.
Tent City Mall. Well, it's just like the People's Mall. You have Frederick Street, where, oh gosh, the name of that mall.
Okay. That I'm not supposed to help you.
Yes,
so no
I
clue
know,
for you.
I know. But you have Long Circular Mall in Port of Spain, but it's not downtown.
It's not downtown, so that doesn't count.
Oh gosh, where
Da, da, da,
Excellent
da.
Stores was. Excellent City Mall.
Okay,
I said Town Center Mall.
You did?
Right. No, I said Tent City. Town Center, Excellent City. That's 3.
That's
How much
3.
more you want?
I wanted 5, but I'm going to go now to MP Leonce.
Yeah.
Let's hear your 3.
We have Concert Mall.
Which mall?
Concert Mall. Did you say Town Center Mall?
He did.
Tent City. We have the People's Mall. We have Hadid's Mall.
Yes, you're right. Hadid Center Mall, yes.
Yeah. We have Golden Doors. We have how much I have there?
I think, you know what, guys, you all are doing well. You all are doing well, but it just shows that, you know, each of us have our strengths. Your parks and perhaps his malls.
Correct.
But you know what, there is a strength now I want to see that, you know, each of you possess. Gentlemen, I think that we've realized now that perhaps you are a parks person and you're a malls person.
It's a line.
But I think now the challenge is really behind, I think you can get behind this one. TriniBad has really become very popular and we know where it started. And I think that is something that we can all be proud of because it's almost like a new genre of local music. So respectfully. So I think it's important because you're representing the people, you know, right. Mr. Member of Parliament.
Yes.
That you kind of get familiar with the TriniBad music. Are you familiar with it at all? Well, that's okay because on Pop, you're going to get familiar with it.
Okay.
And of course, there's a dance to it as well. So I'm going to let them play the music. And because we are creative on Pop, we're going to actually let you create your own dance to this TriniBad music. And the challenge is to get the mayor, to teach the mayor a few steps, and then you dance together. How's that? So let's get the music.
So you're going to show us?
I am not going to show you. This is when we needed one of our production assistant, Kimmy Stout Robinson, to help us. Very uplifting song. Okay.
So you...
No. So let's see what you can do. What move are you bringing? You see the mayor already is moving. So we want to get at least 3 or 4 moves going.
3 or 4 moves. All right.
Mayor, you see this? Mayor, you have to follow him. You have to follow him, please. So let's watch first. Right. So simple.
Ready?
Yeah. Right. So that's step 1. That's step 1. So let's do that first. First step. Right. That's step 1. Let's add to that now. Let's add 1 to that. We're taking your lead. Okay. So almost like a grapevine. Oh, that was a grapevine effect, but not really. So it's 1. Right. Forward and then backwards. Okay. Fine. So and then the third step. Okay.
Get your money and build your dreams. Rep your city and fix your scheme. System matters, so they set it.
Alright, so let's put it all together now. I think I'm going to step out and see who does it the best. You know, if you're all working together as a team for that trophy. So I'm going to step out here now so I can see what's going on. So let's go from a 3, 2, 1 count. A 3, 2, 1 count, not yet, gentlemen. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
That's why them officer we sit down in a slammer. Rastafari na deal up with the drama.
Alright.
We alright, got to live to see tomorrow. Some of them not have no blood in them bone marrow. Beg them a beg and them a borrow, Friend now your friend until the weed run out. Pretend until the thing
that's what they did, right?
You want more money. One of them not go work hard for it. Me a talk about star money. House and land and car money. Them just a look up for your pocket for the bar money.
Okay.
When you want look at
this now,
take off on it. Them wish them could have take the little me have off of me. Can't stop me cause them never really seen the start of me. Till me a pray. Get my money and build my dreams.
You know what? I so had to give me a Martinez and A for effort. I really do. He just jumped in there and he did it. And you know what? In the spirit of keeping things in Port of Spain, even the second trophy is going to remain here because I think, gentlemen, you have certainly earned it. You have been a sport to be on today's show. Nothing, you said, you know, you were really to embrace all the challenges and we really appreciate that. So please continue shining the light on the capital, on Port of Spain that we all love so dearly and doing your work. Thank you for being on Pop.
Thank you.
And thank you very much.
To Port of Spain. To Port of Spain.
To Port of Spain.
Yes. All right, let's go out again with our dance. Let me get into the action here now. Let's go out again with the dance.
All right, there you go.
All right.
With the music. All right. And just like that, your whole counter for.
For the bar money. When you want to look another wrong, them a take off running. Them wish them coulda take the little me have half of me. Can't stop me 'cause them never really seen the start of me. The part of me, inside of the heart of me. The spark in me, to be what I want to be. Pain and separation a part of me. A masterpiece 'cause it's all out to me. You see me Yankee keep the haters off of me.
Thank you everyone, see you next time on
Now sell my soul, not the money, not the world that a boy coulda offer me. One thing me a pray, get my money and build my dreams. Rep for my city and fix my scheme. System mother so they set it, so you have to get up and I get it, get a youth them a dream. Get your money and build your dreams. Rep your city and fix your scheme. System mother so they set it, so you have to get up and I get it, get a youth them a dream.